Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today we'll be working on the Ecto 1, stage 116, which is the beginning of the headliner. What do they actually call it in the instructions? Cockpit ceiling and sun visors. So when I opened the pack up, I discovered something, and I've already touched base with Fanhome, sent them an email. When I opened this, let me reopen it because I closed it just so you can see. And when I looked at it originally, it was kind of odd to have a pocket there and nothing in it. So when I opened it and really looked in there, there's a pocket there with nothing in it. Got the screws, and I was like, is there some, I was kind of curious, is there something supposed to be in there? And I went and looked at in the instructions in the back here in the parts, and that's 116E times 2 that I'm missing. Those are supposed to be so the visor can flip up and down, which is kind of disheartening that it's not there. So what I'm going to try and do, like I said, I've contacted them. They should be shipping me one. It's just it could be a while before it comes. It usually takes about a month before you get parts that they missed. Actually, that's Agora. I'm not sure. Been a long time since I had anything missing from Fanhome. I think they might actually ship pretty quick. But what I'm going to do in the interim is I'm going to take a paper clip. I'm going to straighten it out and see if it's one, long enough, two, if it will work as a jury rig piece for right now. So let me pause, get this straightened out, and I will be right back to let you know. Okay, so it is definitely long enough. It just is going to have to lay in here like this. It's going to be interesting to see if I can actually get it to work completely. It is not 100% flat, but hopefully it is flat enough that I can use it. So let me go ahead, and this should be, we're going to go ahead and do the right visor. There's an R right there. Let me see. This is also an R. So what it has you do is take this piece here, cover piece, and it has three screw holes that line up with the three lugs in the visor itself, as well as having three indentation for the screws to go into. Let me find my RP screws. Oh wait, these are the parts for to hold the visor on. TP, so these must be the RPs. So get out three of these. I've got actually got out more than that. Go ahead and get them all out. Just have to remember that that's what these screws are. And I'm actually going to go ahead and screw down the ones for the left visor as well. Each one gets three. Interestingly, we also used RP screws in the last issue, but they were silver. So the RP is the size, not what it's made out of. There's the second one. Only one screw. There's the third one. Get it tightened down. Let me get all three of them tightened down. So there's the right hand side. Go ahead and get the left hand side put together. Would be good if I put the part on correctly. Got two of the screws out. hole not correct? Hole was slightly off on this one. Usually what they'll do is they'll send the whole pack, which will be good because then I can just fix it. You know, redo the stage instead of taking it apart to get to the where that goes in. Come on, get in there, little screw. And as always, there are 2 spare screws left behind. Well, not always. There's 2 left behind, I think, because there's a total of 6 and 2 parts that they go into. So there's the visors. And in here, you've got the parts that actually attach the visors to the car. You've got these little posts here. They're part D. And there's a hole in them somewhere. Okay, there's the hole. Oh, wow. Let's see. Push one. Take the right sun visor. So these are not, it looks in the picture like the part actually, or the the rod would actually go all the way through, but it does not. Or at least a significant distance into it. It looks like it's just a dimple. If that's the case, this probably will not work. Let me see what I can do. More importantly, I can take care of that once it's in the car. More importantly, can I thread this through? Yeah, like a champ. So let me go ahead and get the other paper clip straightened out. We'll get these parts attached. The part D's attached, and there's a pin on each one, which is going to go into that hole, and there's a really small pinhole right next to it. I'm going to go ahead and put the part D's on there, and then we're going to sort out how to get them the right length to actually meet here, because then you've got a part here. Let's see, this is part, where is it? H. And there's a little bitty groove in there on each side for the pin to sit into. The key thing is I'm having to measure this and hope I get it cut about the right length so that it'll actually hold. And then it should work. Matter of fact, oh yeah, that'll work like a champ. So I'll be back once I get the paperclip straightened out, and I will put these on when I get back, and we'll work it from there, see if we can clip this and clip these in the right length and get them to actually work, to jury rig this so it'll actually work. So, like I said, I will be back. Okay, so I decided, and oh, by the way, these are smooth duckbill pliers. They're used for bending rigging for a wooden ship. And the holes on these are almost not deep enough. I'm not sure if it's actually going to focus. There's a hole in the end of this piece. Not sure if that was the best way to do it, but I have made sure even the last bend doesn't need to be done on here. Let me see if this is actually going to work. It's in there. It is in there. So what I need to do is cut this off right about here. Let me slide the end of the visor down to where I roughly believe it belongs. And then I'll take a pair of diagonal cutters and see if I can actually make that cut. I'll be back after I do that. And I'm actually going to fit this on once I do that to make sure it's actually going to work. Then I'll go back and do the same thing on the other side. So I'll be back once that's done. Okay, went a little bit further than I planned on. Got working on it. What I actually ended up doing was I put part H on here, put the screw in there, and it's holding pretty well on one of them. It's just that whenever you do a little bit of, shifting with one of them, you end up knocking the other one out. So I'm going to see if I can get this one to go in. Looks like I might have almost had it. If I can get it to go in and then tighten the screw down, that should be good. And I'm willing to bet that the diameter of the paperclip is a little bit thinner because the visors just flop, and I missed completely. But the visors, this is tightened all the way down, and the visors just kind of flop there. They don't catch at all. So once I get the replacement part, I will be changing these out. Maybe it's easier to go from this side first. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm actually putting it in from the opposite, from a different direction than what I had it before. Because before, or not from a different direction, but I've turned them over because before I had them on the wrong side. The screws were looked really tacky. So I think that's got it. Yeah, see the screws, I had it the opposite side. I had this one over on here, which the screws would be showing if these were up. And like I said, you can see they flap. If it comes down to it, if it gets to the point where I'm not going to replace these, I will just use some blue tack or something underneath here. Somehow I will get these to where they'll stay in position that I put them. This one is almost done. Probably easiest thing would be to open this part back up, bend the paperclip just a hair so that then it will hold it in place. Like this one is staying in place pretty good now, unless it's all the way up to the top. Let me double check. And I did deepen the hole in the part D on this side just to see if it made a difference, and it didn't. And let me see. That is all there was to do in this stage. So we've got the start of the headliner. There's a couple of pinholes there. Maybe something goes in there to tension it. But that's the start of the headliner. It goes over the front of the driver and passenger seat in the very front. And we'll see what comes next. If you're enjoying this build, like and subscribe. Come on over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. See what we're doing. Hit the bell notification. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great day. Have a great day tomorrow. And I will catch you on the next video.